Hello and welcome to today's positivity video, and I have a wonderful guest here with me, and that is Martha from the Bible. And Martha, this is just still me talking, I'm just telling you about her. She is the sister of Mary Magdalene and the sister of Lazarus, and she was very sort of mentioned quite a lot in the Bible, in the four Gospels of Matthew, Mark and Luke and John. So just before we go to Martha, if you're interested in any of the videos that we're doing and the connections that we're doing with the many people from the Bible era, please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell and be notified of any other videos, so that you can be informed of what's going on in their world, because they are very, very informative. So without further ado, let's go to Martha, and I'm thanking Martha for coming forward. And she is saying to me that she feels this is a very big honour to be able to speak on one of these videos, and she says that she has been pondering for some time as to what she would say and how she would express her words. And she feels that today is a poignant day for her to speak, because she says what you don't know or what you don't realise is this is an important day, which was an anniversary. And she says that it's the anniversary not only of a significant miracle, but also of her brother being raised from the dead. And this is the miracle, she says, that Jesus did for our family. And she says that she wants to talk about this time as being one of the most celebrated times in their world, because she says when this day comes around, we all celebrate one of the greatest miracles that has ever happened. And she feels that not only is this a very significant miracle, it is a miracle that needs to be understood more properly. For she feels that it wasn't correctly written about in the Bible, and she wants to explain why she feels that more needs to be said about this miracle. She says that when they realised that Lazarus was passing and was unwell and was dying, they tried to get word, obviously, to Jesus, because Jesus was a dear friend to the family, and they all knew him very, very well, and they knew that he would always do whatever he could to help the family. And they kept on trying to get word, and the word wasn't getting through, because at the time there was some difficulty with getting word across to other areas. And she feels what she's saying is that they had repeated attempts at getting somebody to go and find Jesus, and it was difficult to find him. She's saying to me that when he eventually was found, he wanted to come straight away, and so she's showing me like he's picking up a bag, and he's coming. He says he's coming straight away to be with his dear friend Lazarus. She says, now, as you know, the end result was that he was able to cure him from his death and bring him back to life. But this wasn't something that was as easy as it is portrayed in the Bible. She says that once he arrived, he had to have repeated attempts of asking God to help. And it took several hours of Jesus praying to God, asking him to help with his dear friend Lazarus. And it was only in the last hour when God came through and we saw this brilliant light emerge in the room. We saw the light that just surrounded all of us. And it was just such a brilliant light that we were dazzled by this light. And she's saying that God spoke to us and said that he saw our family as a family that is important for people to understand that some families are more connected to God than others. At the time, she says, we didn't really understand what he was talking about. How could we be more important? We weren't a wealthy family by any stretch of imagination. We had our own difficulties just as anyone else did. But these were the words that God gave to us. And of course, so at that point, it was like a flash of light, a light that just filled the room, and Lazarus literally sat up. We were all amazed, and my mother was there, and she was crying with lots of tears and hugged him, and we went over to hug him too. Afterwards, there was some time afterwards, we were all talking about this event and wondered what the words meant that God had spoken about. Today, we realise what he means. We absolutely realise. The words simply meant that in order for a family to be recognised, a miracle must happen amongst the family, so that the words can be spoken about throughout time. And it is known so well about how Lazarus, my dear brother, came back to our world. And we continually in our world thank God and thank Jesus for this miracle, because without that miracle, nothing could be proven in the way that it was. Jesus knew that although this miracle wasn't an easy miracle to do because it took so long, he knew that it was a miracle that he had to perform, and he had to be patient, and he had to continue praying to God. We in spirit now are all very thankful. We regularly say to God and to Jesus how thankful we are for how he and God helped our family, gave life back to our family, took away our sadness, but showed to us that God is real, and God is very capable, and God is always with us. Now I am very close to God, and I am in his kingdom of light. And I wish to let you know that on a daily basis I speak with God, and God tells me that he is very pleased with the work that I do, because it is my decision that I wish to help Gail at all times. I wish to help her in her work, and this is my role. Not only will I be helping her, but I will be helping you. And just like how Jesus prayed to God, asking for this help, we ask that you pray to God and pray to myself. For if there's anything that we can do to help, we are there for you. And she's taking my hands and she's putting them together, and she's bowing my head, and she says, I pray that at all times we understand the beauty and the wonder of what God can do. That these miracles that were done have been shown to us. And the most incredible miracle was that my brother was able to continue living. If you need help from our world, please ask me and ask God, for we are always there and always will be. Our love for humanity is immense, and we wish to show you that this is our word and our truth. She's bowing her head. and saying amen. So if you like the videos and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye.